Maybe you can hear me now. I don't know. Hey, didn't realize that had ended. So just wanted to share today that today's show and what we're going to. There you go. There you go. Thank you. No audio. And yes, there it is now. Okay, good. I always like to just share no audio just to start off, but no, I'm just kidding. Using audio interfaces. This is more of the physical one that I'm talking about today, but I'm also going to talk about one that I actually use. This is actually a virtual one. So I'm going to talk about that today. I think it's a good topic. We'll get into more detail in the backstage with the community. If you're a community member, that'd be awesome. As you can see here, I see Jolyn reached in from the Low Country, South Carolina. You can see right next to her name, somewhere right here, is a little symbol, which means she is actually a member of this community. Should be a fun one. Should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. Dime Bag, good to see you. If you need 2 mic inputs at your desktop with built-in DSP, that includes. Not sure what you are referencing, but that is cool to know. High pass filter gate, 3 different compressors, 3 different EQs, limiter, a voice FX. There, wow, look at there. How about that? This is called Persona Relevator 1024. There you go. IO24 or 1024, or what is that? Vancouver, British Columbia. There you go. There we go. Upstate South Carolina. Good to see you, Oil Rig Films. Awesome to see you. I believe that's Sam, if I'm not mistaken. Sam is looking to play in the game show possibly coming up on the weekend. So looking forward to having you around too. So wonderful. All right, let's just talk about some of the things that I wanted to talk about today. A couple that I have. I'm going to actually show you either a box or the physical device. These are interfaces for you to be able to go live if you wanted to go live, or musically, etc., that kind of stuff. You can do the same thing. So first one I'm going to talk about is the Scarlett 2i2. This gives you the opportunity. You can kind of see that it has one input here, one input here, and you can bring a line in. So a device, and then also the back of it shows you that it goes out USB to your computer. So it's pretty cool. Dimebag has an opinion here. He says no device he shows you will be better than the Personas. There you go. So that's what he's talking about, is this, I'm sure it's this Personas Revelator IO24, I would imagine. So yeah, I mean, I love it. Slightly higher quality sound quality than the Personas, but no DSP. Gotcha. When you say DSP, just to help folks out, what does the DSP mean? What does that mean for you? This is a great one for, just 2 devices coming in. That's all you need. It's pretty darn cool. Works really well. It's very popular. I know it's very popular. The other one that we have used, and this one is live, showing you the real thing. This is a Zoom 8. L8? Yes, L8. Because there's an R8 and an L8, I believe. But this one is awesome. It has all kinds of stuff on it. It has where you can go out, has output, headset, all kinds of, there's line out right there. I mean, I'm not demoing this or anything else like this, but you can have 6 instruments plugged in. So we actually have our band practice with this. But you could do the same thing. And right here's a, I forget what they call this, 360 mic. But this mic allows you to do interviews and stuff as well. So if you're into interviews, but it's very handy and dual. The only thing I will say is it will eat battery. So turn it off whenever you're not using it. It does have a DC outlet that'll bring you. Oh, here we go. DSP means a computer inside the device that does the compression, EQ, and all the other things, not your CPU. You'll always want a DSP. Otherwise, your computer is doing the work, not the device. Nice. Excellent. I love it. And Zoom is portable. Yes, this is very portable. This is awesome. So this same thing, if you think about it, this is 6 inputs, and it actually has a module where this comes off. There it goes, comes right off. You can add 2 more, so you can actually make it so it's 8. Now, that same thing, this is excellent for one thing that I found using the headset. We wanted to be able to, or we wanted to push the sound out to a monitor. We had, our band did, where we wanted a monitor for us to be able to listen in the room versus adding headsets. So to do that, we had to get an amplifier for our headset, and I'm going to share that with you. Hold on one second. Sorry to step away like that, but this is the little micro amp, so we could have multiple headsets and either slot to use. But we actually put, instead of that, we hooked up our monitor, our music band's monitor to instead, which that worked great with that. So those two together worked awesome, actually. Yes, good point. Not 99. Even a good headphone amp will cost more than 99. Yep. Yeah, maybe not that one. I love it. So what are the prices and general ranges for the audio interfaces? That's the thing. It can vary depending on what you want and what you're going for and what you're looking for. These can get very pricey. This is like $200. And like the one that Dimebag's talking about, that one he says is $99. So I would definitely look into that. Let me see something. Just see if I can pull one up real quick. Yeah, Sweetwater has it for $149. So it just depends on where you get it. And that's with the 2 inputs, with 2 inputs only, if I'm not mistaken, the Personas that we're talking about. If I'm speaking correctly, and actually there's one on there at Sweetwater for $89. So yeah, so it just depends and what you're looking for. So yes, it can vary in different ways. This is again probably $200, but very popular, very common, and it's great software that comes with it. The ASIO, I think it is if I'm saying that properly, is a great audio interface when you're using that. The other thing too is the Zoom 8 is portable. So this is portable, very convenient to take with you. It actually has a setting on here for going outside, doing live interviews outside. So it has a lot of that stuff built right in. It's actually pretty cool. And also runs on a tablet, so great when you're on stage. Yes, perfect. Yes, absolutely. This one as well will work with an iPad, not a tablet, but an iPad. And then also, this is another one. This is a bigger one. Now you're starting to get into, this is the Zoom L8. And this is actually like a mixing board. I mean, it is a mixing board. So it has the 8 inputs at the top. 8 inputs at the top. So this one's a bit different. Now this one is about $400. So now it starts getting even more expensive. So the thing is, that's tough on this is deciding, and there's a bunch of them out there. I know there's some really popular ones that are out there, but it depends on how many inputs you need. Most people just need 2 microphones, 2 headsets, whatever, and that's it. And that's all they need. I like that. I love the fact that it works with both. That's nice. Because I know that a lot of this stuff only works with an iPad. So that works with an iPad and an Android, which is great. Yeah, so excellent choice. And that's why I do this. This is why I like this kind of stuff and checking out these kind of things, because there's a lot of times when you want to see, I like to see what other people are using and what they have. I think that's fantastic. Now, all that being said, there is an alternative Zoom R16. Basically, L and R, I can't remember the exact difference. I know L is all the inputs are on the top of the board, and R is all the inputs are in the front facing. I can't remember the difference because I don't have one. Is that an interface? When you say this one right here, an interface, absolutely it is, because it has a USB plug in the back of it. Matter of fact, when our band went live, we used actually an L12. We have the L12, which I have sitting over there. We actually plugged that in, and that's how our band got the music out to the video camera that was going live. So yes. Let's see. Here we go. And then Dimeback says, the only reason I can think not to get the elevator is you may want actual physical faders, and you make different choices that are much more expensive because they are physical. Yeah, no, exactly. The only other thing, the one that I was going to that I am going to show you now is what I use, which is a virtual one, is Voicemeeter. So let me share that right now. And it's very difficult. It is, I mean, I believe it is Mac and computer, but I'll be honest with you, works better on the PC than it does a Mac. But you can see here, this is all virtual instead of having that mixing board and everything else. And this is free. This is the cheapest price of all of them, which works fairly well. It's really all about your system at that point. It's all about your system. So, it has the ends, has a headset. You can see all these things. It has a virtual audio cable, a microphone. You can put more than one mic in. You can have the sound from your video game and then sound from a phone call. Like I use a Zoom call. I have one as different ends. You can use all your ends different ways. It's really kind of cool. It's because it's virtual. It'll do a lot of that stuff. And this is the kind of stuff that we teach and show inside our community. I have five videos that I've done on the Voicemeeter on how to set it up and use it. It's through workshops and that's the higher level when you come in the membership. But down below, if you look at the outputs, you have a headset. You can go to speakers. It can go out to an audio recording. It can all kinds of stuff. So this is actually kind of cool and something to look into, and it's free. So yeah, it's pretty stinking awesome if you ask me. But anyway. Yes, the Roadcaster. That's the one I was trying to think of. Roadcaster. Thank you, Dimeback, for throwing that up there. Yes, though that is a physical one as well, just like I was using the L12. Let's see. Voicemeter is where you will start, but everything runs through your CPU, not DSP at all. Start here for free, but don't waste money on a $50 interface. Just save up $99 for the Rev. He's pushing it. You must be a sponsor of the old Rev. Yeah, no, and if it works, it's good. Then go for it. I mean, I'm all for. That's why we do this. This is why I do this show, so I can recommend these things. Once you get into like more inputs, like 4 inputs, then all of these, even his Presonus goes up to $300. Just looking at it, I was just looking at it on Sweetwater, where they have that. I like it though. I might have to try that. I'm gonna have to try that one just to see what it's all about. I do like that. To check that out. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Thank you for your input, Dan. I appreciate you. I should have had you on as a guest so you could come on and talk about it. That was awesome. I do appreciate that, the insight there, though. So yeah, so just and I'm real curious if anybody's watching this. If you guys, anybody that rewatches this, if you're not watching it live, but you're rewatching it and you use something else, I would love to know about it. I'd love to hear what you're using or what you find to be a good solution for you or what you have used. I was thinking of Simulcaster. There you go. Something like that. Nice. There we go. Another one. Check out the 𝐸𝐬𝐜, I guess you would say, Connect 6. Bunch of different ones out there. Be sure to, and you can go to, like, most places have a guitar center nearby or something like that where you can go check it out. You can try that kind of thing too. One thing that I like to do too is, if you're going to use, I like to use an XLR mic that is pretty darn good. If you know what I mean. You don't want to get a cheapo, because especially if you're trying to get good sound and things, sound is so much more important than video. People don't understand that. And the other thing is too, is you can always turn your video into a podcast with sound, especially with YouTube doing that now. So for me, I think sound is always more important. How you sound is best. So that's the kind of thing that you want to look at as far as that. In Canada, check out Long and McQuaid. There you go. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that input too. I'm using the Shure Beta 87 is what I'm using for my vocal microphone here that you're listening to right now. I'm not saying you have to go get that mic, but it's a pretty darn good one. And you can see the other Shure that we use with our band back behind here. Very popular one for bands, SM58. That's that. But I know Sennheiser makes a really good one. I know our drummer who sings in our band, he definitely uses a Sennheiser. So there's a lot of different ones. So I would just go check out, see what works for you, and let them see if they'll let you test them too. That's one thing that I like to do and see as well, is to be able to test some of the things if you can. It's a really nice thing to be able to do. And I'm not promoting any of these specifically. It's just ones that I've used. So there we go. Focusrite and a Samson. Not using them yet. Yep, that's good. SM58. There you go. And it's nice. There you go. Nice. Excellent. Good. All right, that's pretty much it. I didn't want to go too long. I'm already at 20 minutes, but thank you so much for you guys' input, those that were in the audience and wanted to help out with this particular thing. I love it. I think it's a pretty good, pretty awesome subject. One thing, I'm just kind of a disclaimer, Voicemeeter is not easy. Whoever wrote it was engineers and stuff like that. It's not an easy process to figure out. A lot of times you'll have feedback and overlapping sounds and all these kind of things. So keep in mind, if you want to learn that or go through a process or have a workshop on it, that's what I do. These are the things that I do to help you learn that stuff so you can figure some of that stuff out. I appreciate it. 1/3 the cost of a SM. There you go. Thank you. The mic you was talking about before. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much, everyone that watched. Anybody that is a member at the tinkering level, the middle level, and above can come in the backstage pass. We'll talk about it a little bit more. I do appreciate everyone that's joined. Thanks for talking about interface. Have a wonderful, you bet. Absolutely. And to you as well. And we will chat with you guys next time. Appreciate it. And I will see you on the flip side. Thank you, everybody. Bye all.